Crim here with another episode of Baldur's Gate. This time we're going to get redemption for what happened last time at the end of the episode. And I want to mention I did some stuff off camera, stuff that I should have done a long time ago, which is mostly like doing merchant stuff and going through all my loot and organizing things. So I'm going to quickly go over what I've changed about my character for a little bit. So I'm eventually going to get a better shield. This gives me heroism, which is pretty nice. The only issue with that is it's a concentration, and because it's concentration and I rage, I lose that. So the heroism isn't really that important for me, unfortunately, because the whole barbarian thing. But the +2 to AC from this is really nice, as well as the extra saving throw. I'm using the spear on her as well, because the spear can be paired pretty well with that, and it gives additional attacks or damage to creatures with multiple eyes, and as far as I'm concerned, spiders have multiple eyes, so hopefully this does extra damage. We're still using these boots, even though I'm probably not going to use them, like, correctly. And we're going to be outnumbered. And I got this from the merchant, by the way. Let's see, what else? So this is the ring that I got from the ox. And the ox actually might be bugged, from what I've heard, and it might actually prevent Karlach's quest from continuing by killing it early. Or it might continue anyway. I don't know. It's some weird bug that was around near launch. I don't know if they fixed it or not. But if you did keep the ox around in Act 2, you could get a hat from it, a fire mage hat. And if you kept it till Act 3, the ox would either outright attack you, or it could potentially be an ally at the end of the game. So, I don't know. I attacked it early. There seems to be a lot of bugs with it, and I attacked it early because I just wanted this. I had the hat on my Dark Urge character, and it wasn't very useful. I'm also using this for the extra throw damage, and I got another ring. I can show it. Do you have it? You don't have it. Well, yeah, I swapped some stuff around on Shadowheart as well, just quickly going over what I changed.
Keeping low.
Not much changed with you. Gave you the hammer that I had. Yeah, no, Gale looks better in this, so. I don't know where it went. I had a ring. There was a ring over here on one of the skeleton. Kind of went over it too fast, and I wasn't actually looting previously, but this skeleton actually had a momentum ring, where it's like when you jumped to 50% health, you would gain momentum for like 3 turns. So it was a really, really potent ring that I just completely forgot about. And I could be using it right now on this character, considering how low her health gets, but it's not really worth it. So one thing we are going to do, I am going to go ahead and pop a, where is it? One of these, elixir of poison resistance. And did that? Yeah, that removed my giant strength. I accidentally consumed a giant strength potion earlier. I went to the witch's like booth in the grove, the one where you can like find Auntie Ethel there or whatever, and I clicked on the potion of giant strength to put it in my inventory, and the character just decided to drink it instead. So I didn't really need that anyway. And what we're gonna try and do is, there's a spider here on the ledge. I'm gonna push it off the ledge, but first, let's go ahead and save, or sorry, not save. Let's go ahead and do this. I will save now, so I don't have to do that in a little bit. And I will say, full disclosure, I already did this fight in a test run to see if I could do it, and I was able to pretty much solo it with Karlach. There is one change I probably should do, but I'm not gonna do, is the boots I have right now, the line breaker boots. It probably would be a good idea to give her these instead, since I was using a lot of healing potions, and every healing potion would count as a heal, so that would give me temporary hit points. I'm not gonna do that unless I absolutely have to, but it's a nice little workaround, considering she's like a tank. And these characters... Oh, hold on. Toggle mode. All you guys, stay over here.
My patience wanes.
I want you all to be out of the way just in case. And help whenever I actually need you.
My patience wanes.
So you get up here as well. And you stay down here. And as you can see, everyone's AC was actually decent.
No fun at all.
Gale could probably use this. So let's go ahead and pop this. Oh, he has armor equipped. Okay, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. What armor do you have equipped anyway? Is it this? Is it the thing that literally says armor that doesn't do anything? What armor do you have equipped? These aren't armor. Alright, well, just get naked. How about now? Can you do it now? There you go. Now you got mage armor. Yeah, this is clothing, so that should be fine. It could be the helmets. Yeah, the helmet was probably... Yeah, it's light armor. Okay. I shouldn't bother with the helmet then. And you just stealth back up?
You've got the wrong man for this.
So yeah, everyone's AC is decent.
Well, well.
And let's get going.
I'm nothing.
So because I'm wearing that ring right now and I am currently shapeshifted, I'm getting basically a permanent guidance effect so long as I stay in a disguise. So that's something worth noting. Something that's really cool. Reason I'm doing this a little bit at a time is I want to try and control the encounter. So that immediately takes care of one of them. And now she can run over here. And what she can do is we could... Where is it? We could do this right now, the heroism. We will lose it as soon as we rage. But for now, that's a little bit of temporary hit points. Because I'm only going to rage whenever these guys actually get up on me. So let's get over here a little bit further. And stand up against the edge here. That way we can persuade them to group around me, which will cause the queen spider to not actually be up against me. She'll be on the web, or whatever. We're lucky. And it was suggested destroying the eggs. I could do that if this fails. The only problem is we already have some of the eggs hatched, and there's more coming. And I have enough fire arrows and fire AoE things that the little enemies won't actually be a problem. They only do 1 damage to me. The biggest issue, the biggest concern with them is the death saves, because each of them will count as 2 failed death saves if they actually connect. So, but for now, they're kind of grouping up around me, making it actually kind of easy for me, since, you know, it's body blocking the queen from being able to do her nasty thing. Because my AC is high enough now, I also don't have to worry too much about... Okay, let's do that right there. Did I miss? Oh, you interrupted me. Okay, let's try that again. That was a crit miss, but I still did damage. Did a lot of damage. And that's kind of what we want to see. We want to keep you on the ground. We have 1 more that we can use that with. If the other spider gets near me, I'll try and push him, because all I get from his is like a spider gland, so there's not really much incentive to like farming these ones. I do get something from the queen though, so even if I could push her, I shouldn't really push her. Okay, you stay right there. Alright, and now let's go ahead and take care of that web. If we can. Hopefully we can. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. You're gonna go into your rage form right after that. So we're gonna actually drop a quick save here, because things can go downhill really fast. Oh, and this is in Tactician mode, I should go ahead and point out, so let's go into options. I'm like keeping the game in Tactician mode because there's actually an achievement at the end if you beat the game in Tactician mode. Where is it? Where is it? It's right in front of me, right? Interface. Is it in gameplay and I just wasn't looking at it? Maybe it is just all the time stuck in Tactician mode. See, I worry a little bit about doing cuts in my videos because I don't want people to accuse me of dropping the difficulty in between things. I actually had something like that come up during the Pathfinder playthrough that I did about a year ago. People were wondering how I was getting certain items, even though I was like showing them exactly where I got the items. They just didn't watch the whole thing, and they were like, oh, you must be using the cheat engine. Wow, really? You had to get over there. Fantastic, thanks so much. It's like, yeah, no, I actually don't do that stuff, thanks. So we could go ahead and rage on you. We could. I don't know where the queen is. She's just down there chilling out because she can't get up to us. But there's not really much point to it. We can just, you know, pick off a few enemies here and wait for our rage because we do have that heroism. Where is it? Is it still active or is it gone? We might have actually lost the concentration. Yeah, we lost the concentration on the heroism. So, there's no point. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. It must have happened when I was talking about the whole Pathfinder thing. Yeah, now that I'm raged, I actually am pretty much in the clear. It is annoying that they saw my characters over here. I was hoping that they'd be far enough away that they wouldn't get involved in the fight, because now you see the queen can just show up here and cause issues. See that? That's just a nasty hit. And the reason I was keeping them separated like that was because I didn't want to waste too many of the healing, not the healing, the potions that prevent, like, what is that, poison? Wow, words. I'm a little bit lost right now, unfortunately. What do I do here? Do I do this, or do I just shoot you? I didn't equip a arrow, or a bow to you? Are you serious? I gave you these, but I didn't actually give you the thing to use these? Well, can I cast this then? Path is interrupted. No. Let's do magic missile then. That's kind of annoying. Here, at least you did some damage. Drink a potion. And come over here and immediately get caught like I figured you would. I thought I gave her a bow. Wow. Mistakes were made. Yeah, good job, Gale. Alright, well, we have to get to her now. So let's get going.
Find a route.
Gone with the weave.
Alright, and for you, I wonder if we can push her. Well, I actually don't really want to push her to her death, come to think of it. We can try.
Step by step.
We can try Thunderwave. I don't think that it'll actually work with her. But if we can push her back, maybe. Yeah, maybe we can push her back. Does it increase additional damage per? Nah. That could have potentially just killed her, because it would have thrown her down here. I would have still been able to collect the body. But, oh well. Not the biggest deal in the world. You can already see the improvement from last time to this time. And Karlach being an actual tank instead of being someone that just hits kind of hard is a nice improvement. So you're annoying, but so are you. So what do we do with you? Because you're gonna go and you're gonna immediately cause issues for me. We could try and knock you prone, but I don't think that would do anything. Immune to simple toxin? What toxin? I'm kind of missing what's going on here. Okay. Unless the staff is poisoned or something. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Oh well. Go ahead and one-shot her. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll get you up. Luckily, you tanked it pretty well. And now you go ahead and take care of this thing. And go after that one. No, it's not worth doing an action surge. Just distract that one, I guess. Yeah, this one, doing what he did, getting in my face, kind of caused some issues, but not the end of the world. Okay, can you not do that, please? I know I have to move to do that, so I'm going to provoke all the attacks of opportunity. Let me go, please. Let me go. It's amazing that they do no damage to me. Okay. Yeah, and of course I missed. I always miss those. Okay, let's see. Is there a potion we can use? We can go ahead and use a potion of speed so that we can actually just start doing damage. And what attack do we want? We want to do Reckless. You have advantage on attacks, but enemies also have advantage against you. We could do that. We could do Reckless. Of course, we'd still miss with Reckless. That's fantastic. Alright, so let's try that one more time. Hopefully it works. Nope. I was about to say, it shouldn't hurt Shadowheart. We have the evocation immunity. Alright, you get over there.
6.
Now they might attack Shadowheart. Not Shadowheart, they might attack me because of the whole advantage thing, but it won't matter. Her attacking me kind of will, because I think they still have advantage even if I'm, like, not near them, like they can hit me with ranged advantage with the poison web thing. So like if she gets out of the way, she can do a massive attack to me. I would just push her. She's too heavy, but yeah. Oh, and you can't do anything else. Can you actually... Oh, right. You don't provoke attacks of opportunity because of your ring. Your really amazing ring. So you get out of there. And either you're going to distract them and make them all come to you. That one up there is probably going to take her out, though. Oh, good. Good. That's amazing. Kinda wish I gave you a bow, so I could, you know, shoot this thing down with the fire arrow that I gave you for a reason. Oh well, we're gonna have to do what we have to do here. Which is see if we can cast this on you. Select variants? What do you mean variants? It's not giving me the option to select variants. So that was one thing that they were supposed to fix. They were supposed to be able to give you the option to cast these scrolls that have options. But apparently they don't work, so that's a worthless scroll. Thanks so much. Yeah, that won't do anything. Oh boy, I just don't have many options. I could do Sanctuary on her. I'll go ahead and do that. We do Sanctuary on her. And then we will go ahead and try this on you. Yeah, kind of figured that would succeed. And what can we do now? All these things I could do if I had range, but I messed up and completely forgot. So just go for it again. Yeah. Oh, thank you for not actually going for the real target. I don't know why the teleport like shorts out of that. It's gonna appear right here, but it's a little laggy. And for you, you can actually just like sit tight, rest up, do whatever you need to do. Which is... what's something good? What is something good? Actually, can we just stomp on this? I know it's a waste of a sanctuary, but this was kind of the whole, like, big fight for this. And then we can go for an attack. And that's the end of that. Easy fight is easy. Yeah, I didn't want to waste the extra action we had because we're going to have, like, slowdown next turn. So get over here, and maybe I can knock you on the ground. Yeah, hit the web, not him. Kinda was hoping for more damage, but I guess it doesn't weigh as much as the queen, so it wouldn't actually do as much. Wow, that's a nice crit. Kinda glad I healed before.
Time to meet your maker.
So close.
I will ascend.
I really wish I gave you some range. Because there's pretty much nothing you can do. Yeah. Oh well. Not a big deal. We've already pretty much cleared this fight. Because all I have to do is literally stomp on all this and that's it. Yep. And that's all the baby's gone. Congratulations.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Alright, and go ahead and finish you off. Well, not finish you off, just knock you on the ground again. Oh, I got really close to finishing you off, though. And that was easy. One for the ages. For destroying everything, I think. What's one for the ages? Survive a fight against 10 enemies. Cool. Go ahead and group everyone. I mean, we're already at, like...
let's go.
We're already at maxed out inspiration, so that's kind of a waste, but it's something.
Put the wind back in my sails.
And this is pretty good. If I had, like, a character that actually did poisoning damage. So whenever I cast a spell that deals poison damage, it deals an additional 1/4. So, yeah. Do I get anything from you guys? No, I do not. And I do not want to walk on the poison. Yeah, because as you see, we'd have to make a bunch of saves against them. We can collect from you too. I think you have a spider clans, and there's nothing over there that I can recall. I think that was pretty much it. So we're good to go back to camp, as far as I know. There might be some stuff like tucked away in certain areas. I'll come back for that later. One thing, I need to go to the Overgrown Ruins. There is a book that I completely forgot about, the Book of the Dead. I was gonna get it off camera, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I said I was gonna do that, you know, later on, whenever I had more, like, stats and such, to show off what it does whenever you actually do it with lots of people. Go ahead and collect this.
Hello.
So yeah, that was an easy fight. It really, you know, makes a difference having all this stuff versus going in with your stuff that you get from pretty much at the very start of the game, because I was not
Open up.
I was not upgrading my gear off camera, and that was a big mistake. So yeah, that extra guidance is really nice. And hopefully it doesn't lowball me. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. That's not happening. Try again. We have all the thieves' tools. We might as well use them. Oh, that'll do it. That will do it.
What?
Shadowheart was happy that we unlocked the door, because initially there would be a sequence where we unlocked the door and she's like, wow, you did it really well. And it's like, yeah, I did. What about it? Alright, let's go over here.
Take heed. I see a trap.
Okay. Yeah, there's a trap there, alright. It's already kind of disabled, though.
Yeah?
Alright. So I think I left it here. I don't really know if I looted anything in here either, because I kind of didn't touch anything here. I was just remembering that this book over here was around. Yep, Book of the Dead Gods. Alright, so I haven't actually used the book yet. I'm not going to use the book right now. Turns out I was slightly off on what the book does. It doesn't give me a massive, like, approval bonus with everyone. It only, like, gives me approval with Shadowheart. The thing that it does do is actually give me a whole lot of inspiration. Like, it gives me, like, 3 inspiration. So if I came here early, I would have had a lot of inspiration. So, knowing that, instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. Because this book right here is super, super important for Act 3. When it comes to, like, min-maxing your character. And I think you only get 1 shot at it in Act 1. Gale is going to get annoyed that I'm going to use this, because Gale wants to eat it. At least that's what he wanted to do in, like, the early access. He wanted to eat the book because it had magic to it. But if we use this right now, we actually get a +1 wisdom score all the time, like on checks. And we also get Speak with Dead. And in Act 3, we get the ability to... Well, we get 2 things. We get temporary hit points whenever we rest. I think it's like 15 temporary hit points. And we also get the ability to summon, like, 6 ghouls all at once. And that spell alone is game-breaking. Like, I have cleared out bosses with no issues because of the ghouls having, like, paralysis on their claws. So this book, having it, is super important. So we're going to go ahead, and unfortunately we will have to probably save scum this a little bit because of just how difficult it is. I also kind of want to not have my disguise up during this, because I want to have Karlach in it, because ideally this will be the thumbnail. So go ahead and do that. And what is... That armor looks kind of iffy, so we'll just keep this on. And go ahead and do a save right here. Alright, take 7. Just kidding, it's only been like 2 attempts, 3 attempts.
The book is locked tight, with no visible key. You try to examine the book.
But this one is really annoying. I didn't realize at the time, but apparently you don't get any buffs from your allies. So, if I gave myself guidance or whatever, nothing. If I gave myself, you know, the ability to roll twice, I would get nothing from advantage. It's just all straight rolls. So my advice to you, if you're doing this, the best thing that you can do is go to Withers and have your class changed to make this easier on yourself. Because short of that, it's just save scumming like crazy. And that's not fun. That's also not really how you should be playing the game to begin with. But I'm pretty sure this is only a one-time thing. Geo doesn't approve of this. Oh well.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand.
By the way, you can change the dice.
Is trying to reply.
So my issue is I would get to the end, and then suddenly it would just give me a bunch of natural ones in a row. And I don't have karmic dice on, so that shouldn't happen. That's something that you would get with karmic dice.
The symbols dart beneath your eyes, warping and twisting. Your head throbs, but you almost understand.
Just barely got that one. This would be so much easier if we had advantage. My Dark Urge character actually was able to one-shot this clear.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Alright, so yeah, my Dark Urge character was able to do this in one attempt, the entire thing, including this. And I have no idea how he did it, because I'm having so many issues with this one. So let's go. Hopefully we do this. We only get +3. Oh, wow. Are you serious? Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Cool. Very cool.
The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much.
Very cool.
What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you should never have known.
Very cool. And now there's some dog outside barking like a maniac, so that's nice. Oh boy. I love recording in the day. Anyway, so now we have this, and we can't actually use this for now. Gale actually got lots of inspiration for that for some reason. And with that, we actually are already maxed out on inspiration. We didn't even need to use any, so that's kind of cool. We are going to use this, though.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive log.
So we're going to go for the arcane thing, because I find it funny for a barbarian to do an arcane check. Especially if I can't succeed at the arcane check. Go ahead and use inspiration. We probably should have actually, like, disguised ourselves for this one. Oh, are you serious? Come on. We passed the one, and then we failed this one. Are you serious? I'm fine failing this. Alright, come on. Let's do it. There we go, natural 20. There goes all the inspiration that we had built up. Unfortunately, we're kind of locked in whenever we make the choice there.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment.
Now that page, I don't think I normally get.
What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Hopefully we pass this. We don't get the extra +4, plus D4 from the other guidance, so these checks are going to be a little bit harder. But I kind of like having Karlach in the pictures.
These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scrawl as to be unreadable.
Probably
Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
it's probably Ball, Bane, and Merkel or whatever, because I keep seeing their names pop up in the bottom thing, and it would make sense for the lore. Like the loading screen spoiler text says that they're the 3 dead gods, the most recent ones. Anyway, that's something I didn't realize when I first played this. So, Ray of Enfeeblement. What I was going to say is, normally I don't get that, because normally I go for the option to open the lock through, like, pickpocketing it, with removing the lock on it, or breaking it open as Barbarian. So, I think you only get that if you do it the normal way, by, you know, doing arcane methods. And we're going to go ahead and go... We're going to go outside, and then we're going to go to camp, and then we're going to talk to Halsin. And honestly, I feel like that's a good point to wrap up the episode. We've been having longer episodes lately, and it'd be nice to have like a shorter episode every now and then, because a lot of times whenever I do a longer episode, I end up having to skip a day of recording afterwards just to justify the length. because it takes a while for these to get, like, processed on YouTube. It takes about 2 to 3 hours for a 1 hour long video to get processed. So, a lot of times I just sit on it and wait for the day cycle to come back, so I don't get too late in the day. Because it's kind of important when you post the videos as well, from what I've been able to see. But it's whatever. Go ahead and pick this up. Like, to be honest, I would play this game for 7-hour long recording sessions and just post the whole thing. If I could. But I don't think anyone would really watch a 7-hour long video like that. I know I wouldn't. Especially if the commentary is kind of lax, because my commentary at that point would be really lax. I can only talk so much. Alright, go ahead and talk to you.
You wish to speak?
Yeah, tell me more about the shadows.
The whole region around Moonrise Towers in a choke. Those who remained are shadow cursed. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Precious little.
Aradin was convinced there was a hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. I'd start there.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who will. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Alright, and what else? What else? How do you like the camp?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for I'll miss my books. That I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand.
Well, you want it to be any less comfortable, or you find plenty of books before long? Yep.
Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
Well, that'll give me a use for all the books I keep on hoarding. And, anything to know about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
Okay, and I'm not going to romance them, so that's all we're going to do for you. I don't think anyone else has anything to say.
Well met.
But before we close the episode off, I will go ahead and
Hey,
show
darling.
off.
How can I help?
Yeah, nothing from you. I will go ahead and show off what I got from the book, because that is kind of important for now. I mentioned earlier what you get from it, so let's see. Where is it? Where is it? It's probably right in front of my face, and I don't see it. Huh. Yeah, I don't see it. Should be here somewhere. Anyway. Oh, there it is. Forbidden Knowledge. That's what we get. So now we are going to get an additional, like, bonus check on wisdom score things. So it's not my actual wisdom score. That didn't go up. But if I have to do a wisdom saving throw or something like that, the Forbidden Knowledge will give me, like... There it is. It'll give me +1 to saving throws and ability checks. So that's really useful for now. And later on, we're going to be able to get, like, 15 temporary hit points from the thing. We also have Speak with Dead now, permanently, so I don't need this amulet anymore, so we can replace that with something else, even though I don't really use Speak with Dead very often. And later on, we're going to get a spell that is super broken, and it lets us, like, summon 6 ghouls that all do, like, paralysis damage with their claws, so they have a chance to, like, stun anything, and I mean pretty much anything, so long as it's not immune to paralysis. Like, I had it stun a super boss at the end of the game, not the final boss, but like one that is an optional boss that we will get to that I do not want to spoil. It was a very difficult fight, and it was made trivial because of the ghouls being able to stun lock them. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, that's one reason we really wanted the book, and I'm glad we got it from easy natural 20 out of nowhere, because wow, that can normally be an annoying thing to get. And like I said, with Withers, if you want to do this and you want to make it easy on yourself, go talk to Withers, get your thing changed, and you should be fine. Like, I believe if you go for wizard or sorcerer or rogue, you can have the ability to make that super, super easy. I say rogue because they have the ability to be like experts at stuff, but I don't know if wisdom itself is an expert thing. I think that's a saving throw thing, so maybe not rogue. The other ones, though, definitely worth going into. Warlock also. Warlock would be great for that. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I know it was short. Next episode, we're going to go north, and we're going to go deal with Lyselle's stuff, with her stuff. Before we do that, though, I feel like we should go ahead and rest. I did say that we were going to rest earlier, didn't I? No, I think I meant to say that. After the spider fight, we were going to rest. So, let's go ahead and rest now. We're in the day. And get any cutscenes we might get with companions. Oh boy, it's this one.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Giggity.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
You know this devil. Mizora, one of Zariel's servants and a powerful devil in her own regard.
Well, nice to meet you.
I prefer advocate. Has a nice ring to it. My pup here's been unruly. And his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlach's still breathing.
Nice to meet you. What do you want? Yeah, why didn't you tell me this? Okay, you're not leaving this place alive. And, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's just do this one. Because the other ones kind of are whatever.
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Relatively
Karlach,
well.
keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Yeah, I kind of wish I
and
got this
Will,
before.
Don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Yeah, I kind of wish I got this before the tieflings left because you actually got interactions with him being like this. So, it's whatever. A little annoying, but not the end of the world.
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it.
Oh, arcane fail. So, during the Dark Urge thing, whenever I got this interaction, she was a companion, and we actually had a lot more interactions going on with that, other than, oh, let's just immediately give you horns. There was actually like a back and forth thing where it's like her and him potentially fighting, and you had to pick, and he decides not to, and then he got that. So, yeah, it's whatever. What did you expect? She's a devil. Yeah.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
Yeah, fair enough. And the terms, which you can't actually talk about.
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
That's fair enough.
Well met.
Anything else to say?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Okay, we're gonna go for this one.
I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me, horns and all. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Okay, fair enough. You should get out of the pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Well, there's usually, like, loopholes.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
So that's one reason I didn't go for the attack options. I'm pretty sure she has a buff that lets her immediately teleport back to Avernus if she gets any harm. And it would also make him, like, permanently hostile where he is stuck doing it. So, it's iffy. Okay, what's she gonna do next? We can beat her. Yeah. Well, it's worth it. We're gonna go for this one.
I'm so sorry to give you another reason to sleep restlessly, but it's my burden to bear. She won't touch you unless there's something there for her to take. Don't give her so much as an inkling there might be.
Alright, easy as. And now we have to talk to them. You probably want another item. Or you want to show me magic because you're weird.
Even in such fraught times as these, there's peace to be found in the stillness as evening draws in. I used to while away many hours just like these with my companion, though in far comfier surrounds. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
Sounds fun. You're referring to your former lover.
By a Gerorn's lost nose! No! I speak of Tara, my Tressim, assistant, my constant companion through all the ills and tribulations my hubris has thrust upon me. She'd be proud to see me keeping such fine company. The savior of those poor tieflings, no less. I've given her precious little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, I locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. I'd given up on myself. But Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. She has a good heart. She'd recognize the same in your actions here. I'm sure she'd approve of me lending myself to your efforts.
I actually never got this cutscene, so I didn't even know who Tara was until he just now mentioned it.
You remind me of her somewhat. You share her fierceness and her passion. I wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home.
At least I don't think so.
She was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. Find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
Yeah, I take back what I said. I remember that last line, so I did do this. I just didn't remember her. Oh well. So I remind you of a pet. Okay. What if she doesn't like you? You don't have any friends? Oh yeah, I'm actually a nymph in disguise now. That probably would actually be a romance option.
I assure you, were you to meet Tara, you would see the comparison for the flattery it is. But perhaps that's not a point worth laboring further. Suffice it to say, I think rather a lot of you. And there aren't many on this plane who I'd give such high praise.
Okay.
One doesn't become the most powerful archmage in Waterdeep and lover to the goddess of magic herself by having low standards. I assure you, when I tell someone they're wonderful, I mean it. And you are wonderful.
Okay, can we stop with this sappy stuff, please? Oh, jeez. Like, look at that. There's like 3 romance options, and I'm not going for a romance with him. Can't say the same. Yeah, no. Ah, jeez. Come on. Yeah, no.
Right.
We're
Understood. You shall hear no more on the subject from me.
Yeah, I'm not
Consider
romancing
this
you,
budding
Gale.
romance thoroughly nipped. Though I hope our friendship need not come to such an abrupt end. Go. Enjoy your evening. Nothing better for the heart than a good night's rest. And mine is gladdened to know I'll have the pleasure of your company again come morning.
I think there's actually like an achievement in the game for trying to romance all the characters at the same time, and you actually get like a bad sort of ending for it. Not really an ending, but a abrupt end to all of it.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something? Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest, even if they're all long gone, my people are not. As long as there's scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, don't worry, I know who she is.
Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Sorry if I was clicking through that earlier. I thought that was a different interaction, and then I saw she was actually giving plot. So, sometimes Shadowheart will repeat her lines over and over again, and I thought it was one of those instances. Do you think she'll ever relent? I don't understand why be so secret about the ambition. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's like, oh, thanks for saying that sort of thing. Like, you don't really care what they're saying.
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Okay. Do you think she'll ever relent?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Oh, that's a load of nothing. Oh, yeah. Well, we do this one. Okay, talk about what's happening.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up?
Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond... I suppose some would commend our act. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problem.
Okay, fair enough. I kind of figured everyone would start talking about what happened with Will, but apparently they don't care.
Need something?
Yeah, none of them care what happened to Will, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and go to bed then. Ah, great. We're back here. Can we just not?
I promised I'd be back.
Yeah, I didn't want you to keep that promise. Go away, please.
Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it.
Because I don't.
But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
Oh boy. I'm done seeking solutions. It was worth a shot. Yeah, they've been modified with magic.
Yes. Halsin is correct. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
Okay, tell me more about this. What is the sickness? How do I destroy the source of the tadpole's magic? Or I thought you said you could protect me.
From transforming into a mind flayer, yes.
Let's gaslight her a little
But
bit.
that is not the only thing these parasites can do. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
We share a common cause and a common enemy. Allegiances have been built on less. We are alike. You and I.
Yeah, never say that line.
Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around.
No thanks.
Hells, they need me. I have to go.
Yeah, well, goodbye. Tell me where I can find you. Let's go for that one.
No. It isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Whatever you say, Deus Ex Machina. Alright, so probably people talk about the dream again.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
Yeah, you say that, but your character doesn't actually have any new skills, so I don't like it. The whole thing feels like a trap.
On the one hand, you're right. On the other, don't be so wet behind the ears. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Yep, goodbye. He's a really slow learner when it comes to this stuff.
Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the absolute cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring.
Agreed.
You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
Yeah, I had no intentions of using it. Okay, I distrust the visitor too. I'll avoid using the powers.
Well chosen. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. And there will come a battle, of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips.
Alright. Do you think the stranger will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
Oh yeah? Greater Master? Who?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
Okay, fair enough.
You wish to speak?
Nothing new with you. Just repeating the same lines from before.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
They could, but it's not the ending I want. Yeah, I'd sooner avoid these powers if I can.
Then we do well to walk around it. Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
I actually don't have any of the powers either, because I haven't used anything, so I don't have the little thing up here. When you start embracing the powers and using the worm things, you will get like a little icon up here where you can like enhance certain abilities and get special abilities and such.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
No. Remains to be seen. I still don't trust the dream visitor. Yeah, we shouldn't rely on the powers.
I admire the vigor with which you uphold your principles, but I would remind you that the evils of the Absolute are far greater than any moral compromise we might make by using our tadpole's full potential. Your confidence in our existing capabilities is quite rousing, though. Perhaps that spirited enthusiasm will be strength enough to subdue the cult when the time comes.
I'm mostly stubborn, so yeah, let's go over here. There's one more character to talk to about it. I really wish that Withers had more to say. Like, every interaction, I wish he had something else to say about it.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Little A, little B. Nothing else to say about that. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, one thing about Withers, I'll just say this before I wrap up the episode. If you are playing as a Dark Urge, he actually does have a lot to say. Like, you and him kind of have somewhat of a shared hat.
Fate spins along. Dost thou require
Like
a new...
You and him kind of have like a shared past, but not really. So, he knows a lot more about you than he wants to let on. We're going to wrap up the episode there. I don't think I really did too much, unfortunately. Next episode, we are going to deal with Lizelle and with her stuff. And I'm going to have to do more, like, inventory management off camera to sort all this stuff out. Because this is a lot. Like this, for example, can go there. But that's stuff that I'll be doing in between episodes, so it doesn't take 6 hours again. Oh, that was a lot. This is Crim, signing out. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with whatever she has to do.